did you guys watch the unboxing and first impressions of this camera, the GoPro Hero 13 Black? If not, I'll link it in the description. Now it's time to unbox the DJI Osmo Action 5, this sweet little baby. Look at that packaging, look at that. So small, so tiny compared to the GoPro. Cute little box really. Now I know that I'm a little late in posting this video, so if you've been watching the unboxings of DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, then you would notice that this box looks a little different from all those boxes out there. Well, two reasons. First of all, this is the standard edition. While most of the videos you've probably seen are the editions that have been sent by DJI to reviewers, to influencers, these I bought. Or there are videos of some folks who have bought the camera, but they have bought the combo editions, as in Osmo Action plus the selfie stick, Osmo Action plus extra battery pack plus remote, etc. But I already have a lot of those attachments, so I did not buy it. This is the standard. But why am I telling you this? It's because if this is the first time you're buying a DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, I would suggest buy the standard edition. By combining any attachments right now, you don't really save anything. Unlike in GoPro, where I bought the ultra wide mod and it saved me 20 bucks, right now with DJI, it is as same as buying separately. So first buy the camera, use it, figure out how you're gonna use it, then you go and buy the attachments. In fact, deals might be coming later. Now the second reason, these warnings, do you guys see these warnings? Let me read them, okay? Ingestion hazard. This product contains button cell or coin cell battery. It means they're asking you not to eat the battery. Death or serious injury can occur if ingested. So second line, again they have to tell you that if you eat the batteries. Now the reason to do this is probably US packaging, and the reason they do this is US is you have to write all these warnings. I'm though surprised why DJI has to do it but GoPro doesn't have to do it. Okay, now let's get into it. I know there was a lot of reflections on the. So here's how the box looks. Look at the stuff that's written back in here. I know I did the GoPro unboxing on the table, and here with the DJI I'm just freehanding it. Alright, first comes out the accessory box, a charging cable as usual, a big bunch of something, I'm gonna open it, and then the manuals. And that big bunch of something turns out to be a cage. In fact, oops, a lot of things. Hold on, don't drop it, Krish, don't drop it. A cage, first of all. Wow, I can't tell if this is like really good plastic or is this really thin aluminum, but I think by the weight, this probably is plastic. It's a nice big button on the top. Then you have your important stuff, the battery. That battery is supposed to last 4 hours. That's made in Thailand. That's not made by DJI. Let me quick check what's my previous DJI battery made at. That had DJI branding. Interesting. Now tell me if you guys have seen this level of attention to detail in any unboxing video. And then we have a thumb screw. I actually love this design compared to the GoPros. This is a butterfly type. And then in another teeny weeny pouch, you have a curved. Ouch, I dropped something. Interesting. This is a spacer. That's the first time I'm seeing an action camera, guys, like pack this stuff up. I'll show this to you some other time what this does. Pretty useful stuff, I would say, if you've been using mounts for quite some time. I would say good job, DJI. Instead of trying to sell us more and more mounts, yeah, fix. And then there is this. This is like two parts. It has a curved adhesive mount in here. It goes on the curved helmets or any curved surface. And then this is the DJI's adapter to quick connect. Now in the box is, well, we're gonna hold on to the camera. There's some other stuff in here. Now this is the part that's gonna piss me off. It is the barcode to do the DJI app, which I don't know if it's available for Android, because Apple it's available for Android because of security reasons. I think they had third-party that app and now you have to manually do it. All right, here comes the moment that you've been waiting for. Hold your horses, hold your horses. Please don't drop it, Krish, please don't drop it. Am I opening it up reverse? Okay, let's go. This way. This way. There you go. Not the right color choices of clothes today, huh? So let me actually bump up my ISO so that you can see it better. Sorry if the whole vibe of the video goes away, but lighter vibe so that you can see the darker camera. This is how it looks. Look at that. That's a bigger screen than previously. I think I love this surface too. This is pretty nice. It's also interesting that they have put nothing to protect the screen really. They're that confident, huh? So the screens, front and back, both the front is also increased. As you can see, they have not wasted space over here, putting their logo. In fact, they moved it here, and intelligently you see that in the O there is a color temperature sensor. All right, let's open this. Aha, there you go. Let's do the quick latch first before I put it in the battery. But all right, that's magnetic, but look at this. This is struggling, which means on GoPro you can put it this way or this way. It doesn't matter. But here you can only go one way, and it's a little bit of a struggle, especially after using the GoPro latch. Look, it did not even latch properly. Hold on. So DJI has maintained openings on both sides. This is for the USB-C over here, and then this side, by opposite habit, you have to push it up instead of pulling it down. So that's, yeah, that gets a little weird. Right, battery in, latched in. You guys ready for this? Look at this. I can set this up from the front screen too. And then it presents me with this saying that there's only 5 times I can use this camera before I activate it with the app. So that's gonna, what I'm already loving about this is the front screen is a touch screen, and the screen is actually nice and bright. This is an OLED screen. It's got an automatic locking, so that, check that out. It is pretty bright. I'm gonna have to bump this down for you to see. All right, sorry about that, guys. I gotta mute my phone. I keep getting alerts from our security cameras. Let's take a video with default settings before I start changing it. Hey, this is a video from the default settings of DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. How does this look? Now let's get into what's new for this year. This is the lens, obviously, but inside there is a bigger sensor and the details are written on the lens. It's an f2.8 with field of view of 155 degrees, but it's a 1:3 sensor, which is bigger than the GoPro. But also new for this year is that this has got 40 megapixel capacity to take photos. I don't know if you use action cameras to take photos, but if you did, you can zoom in a lot more. Comparatively, what's the megapixel of camera on my S23 Ultra? Next best thing I've visually seen is the OLED screen. Front and back both, they are OLEDs, which means brighter, the rich colors, and outside in sunlight, you can see it better. Now third is the battery that's inside right now can do 4-hour recording time claimed. I know it's not at 4K 60, but even at 1080p with stabilization on, that is actually pretty good. It reminds me that when I used to use my GoPro Hero 7 for motovlogging, that battery would last me like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Out there motovlogging while traveling, I have to carry multiple batteries. This might thankfully reduce that because I do still record in 1080p, but maybe I'll use 2K this time. Also, well, this was launched, the DJI Osmo Action 1 was launched at the same time as GoPro Hero 8. This thing's battery still rocks. It still gives me about 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 15 minutes. So from there to 4 hours, damn good. And also if I leave the battery in here for days, it still doesn't die. GoPro, I just leave it idle. After a few days, the battery dies. But we'll have to test this out because I told you this time the battery is from a different company. That's the auto shut off working because I was idle for some time. Turn it back on. No, we've got work to do. Uh-oh, that also means that I have used up one time. Ouch. I can only use this 4 more times before I have to install the app. Fourth new feature. Now, if you see here, recording time left, 2 hours 58 minutes on 1080p 30. But if you remember, I never put a memory card in this at all. We just unboxed it. That's because this comes with an internal memory this time, which is a cool addition, I would say. It comes with 64 gigs, but only 47 gigs is usable, but that's still good. Usually I would buy memory card just like I did for the GoPro, but this time I will wait and buy it before I go on a multi-day, multi-week trip. Until then, for day trips, I think 47 gigs is quite good. Speaking of micro SD, also reminds me that I told you in previous video that the Hero 13 Black, I'll use a different micro SD card, and it is here. I prefer to use this one. Nothing wrong with the previous one. This is what I like. It's the SanDisk Micro SD Extreme Pro 512 GB. Now the fifth feature and the best one I think is tracking. You guys see this? Subject tracking. Taking a risk and setting this up on my existing camera. Please do not fall. Please, I don't want to lose the camera on day 1. Well, not even day 2, but here you go. Are you guys ready for this? Check this cool feature out. Okay, now I'm here at this part of the garage and I'm gonna slowly walk to this side. Yes, you're gonna see my badly arranged garage. I have to clean it up, I know, and then I'm walking this side so I can hide it. What's happening with the footage though? It is like having your own cameraman despite that you don't have a cameraman. Interesting. What they do is they record in a much bigger frame, and actually that's why this is useful to have a bigger sensor, and then you're recording a smaller resolution and then you can move it around using software. So this is like a software gimbal, but it gives you the perception that you have a cameraman and it's recording. It's nicer, but it's nicer to have that pan and zoom and stabilized shots. I don't know even if this camera has that. I have to check. I wish this had that because I would love to record this. You know, do you guys know this camera? Have I shown you guys the camera that I'm recording with these days? Not the action camera, the actual, I have not. What I hate about both the cameras are they are trying very hard to push their apps, which is annoying. Sometimes it's just extra work I don't want to do. I have to tell you that DJI's app gave me more trouble than the GoPro, surprisingly. I think their app team needs to look into their UX, because after signing in, all I could see was my previous action cameras, and then I had no way to add it from the same screen. The other things include trying to make me fill a feedback form before I even get to use the camera, and then eventually failing the update of firmware twice. Eventually I got it to work, but the whole ordeal took me like 30 minutes. I feel both these companies can do better. DJI should do slightly better in this aspect. What I can tell you is, unlike GoPro, the app versus the camera is really fast. It doesn't take like a second like GoPro does, but they can still improve it. The UI definitely needs some rethinking. I should be able to swipe here, but no, I have to swipe here. Quite a lot of small things like that need to be taken care. There are more features on the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, but for this video, this will be it. Let's keep it short. Now let's mount this on the helmet and do some moto vlogging. So question for you, which of these cameras, the GoPro Hero 13 Black or the DJI Osmo Action 5, which one should find a permanent place, permanent as in long-term place on my helmet? This or this? You guys let me know while I go out and moto vlog.